Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Today we are going to talk about the naked root planter. So I made a purchase and I got 2 of the starter kits, and because I have a lot of plants, so I felt that one was definitely not going to cover, especially if I wanted to transition a lot of my plants over into their pots over time. I'm pretty confident that it'll be a good idea. So I bought 2 of those, and they were giving out these Starlight limited edition pots as a gift. So I got a 2.5 inch and a 5 inch in my order, which was really cute. And I really wish that this was an option for a color. I don't know if you can really tell of the little sparkles that are on here. You can see it now, yeah. So the thing is with naked root planters is you have your pot, and looks like there's like a bunch of slits all around the pot, and this is supposed to help promote the aeration of the plant, collect water into your reservoir. Plant drinks up what it wants. You want to keep it, I guess, slightly full, maybe about till this area here. Really good system in order to give your plants the oxygen that they need to their root system. The pamphlet, and it just says, "Hooray, you're about to grow gorgeous, healthy plants. Welcome to the naked root family." And when you open it up, it kind of gives you a little bit of the gist of it. And it says, you know, you'll start with soil by filling the bottom third of the inner pot with potting soil. And following that, you're going to fill in support, which is just you're going to add soil around the plant to support it, you know, but don't pack it way too tight because you want your plant to breathe. Again, that's like the whole thing with this product, is allowing your plant to breathe, their root system to expand, to encourage growth. This piece into the outer pot, which is that, and you'll follow your watering instructions that they provide in the brochure. So depending on how you need to water your plant based on the species that it is. So they do have a chart on the back here, which is pretty helpful. Just gives you like a little bit of a gist of the how often, you know, if the plants are thirsty, they're more dry, or they're just kind of like that in the middle, like philodendrons, for an example, I feel like are kind of average in terms of, you know, who's thirsty. I know begonias are thirsty. Naked root planters are designed to mimic nature's wet and dry cycles, keeping your plants happy and healthy. So you'll fill your reservoir. So you're going to pour your water through the sun hole, which is this piece here, and that you'll use the chart to guide how many days to wait in between your waterings. And I have a few plants that I did want to repot with you guys today, so I thought that we could try it out. So since this was like the only one that I got of this limited edition pot, I wanted to put a very special plant in there, and that special plant is this anthurium. Now, of course, like the biggest leaf that I finally get is kind of wonky, but this is a Brielle Zara Michelle cross. Such nice dark leaves and veining. But I have another anthurium that we're also going to repot, and this is an anthurium vitrifolium. So this is one of those long strappy leaved anthuriums, and something to keep in mind, if you feel the anthurium leaves, when they're a thicker texture, the care is a little easier. So you can definitely see in here this large chunky root right here, and this is still kind of wet. This was actually sitting in a drip tray with a little bit of water. So a alocasia, and this is the Alocasia aslanii, which is the jewel alocasia, and she has been in this for quite some time. So she has about she has 4 leaves, but very, very pretty alocasia. Has not been a very difficult alocasia. You just need to leave it alone. So water, don't up pot too much, leave her alone. We see a lot of roots that are growing all around. It's been in this pot for a very, very long time. And if there's any corms in here, that would be pretty cool. And the one thing with alocasias is with corms, the corms are literally like an extension of the plant, so it's kind of like a seed that you can crop right into a substrate, and it'll regrow the plant. I had a really large, more mature plant at some point, but this needs a lot of water. This is a thirsty plant, and it's a peperomia variety. I believe this is the raindrop, and I'll definitely put the names of each individual plant, genus and species name, so you, in case you're interested in looking for this. But this has been in this for about 3 weeks, I think. Look at all those roots. I used the prop drops. The prop drops that went viral for a long time were very, very, very helpful in establishing a root system to kind of bring the plant back to life. It's a thirsty plant, so sitting in this water was totally fine, but I think that these pots would be a really good option because then it allows me to provide water in the reservoir. This is the actual color that I got. This is like this charcoal color, which I prefer because it's just a neutral shade. A lot of the decor in my house is darker, so I just wanted to keep it like that. They had a nice earthy tone, sage green color too, or moss I believe is what it was called, and it was super cute. So I was thinking that we could start off with the alocasia, aslanii. I use the 5-inch naked root planter. We'll use this because I just feel like this will give proper space for the roots to expand a little bit without it being too much. Chunky mix, which is this here. This is the Fox Farm Ocean Additional Orchid Bark and Perlite, and as well as some charcoal added. And I believe I added a little bit of oyster shell as well as a natural fertilizer. Use this. Right. So I'll have my pot ready. Pour a little bit in there. I don't really see any corms, so that's okay. Maybe in the future, so I'm gonna set her in there and then kind of just add to that. Alrighty. I think this is enough. I'd always add like a couple chunks sometimes, like for support around the plant. I'm not tacking it in, but tapping it a little bit. Ooh, let me wipe that off. Okay. Ready? Do that. It goes right in. So the first plant is done. I'm probably gonna have soil all on my nose. Wow. It's like almost as if it was eating the soil up. Just gonna squeeze it up a little bit. And yeah, there's a lot of roots in this one. Hello. I love you. You're such a pretty girl. Yes, you are. Thank you. And this is Blue. We haven't seen her a million times. Many of my posts. She is my great girl. We got the anthurium repotted. So that is what it's looking like. Super cute. We'll do the watering at the end. And the next one that we'll do is the water propagation. So we got this one repotted. We're gonna just stick it in. That's how it's looking here. Cute and gorgeous. Anthurium hybrid that we'll put in this special limited edition pot. We can get her out, and looks pretty good, and we can just kind of roughen it up a little bit. That should do it. Now I'm just gonna backfill. All right, so we have anthuriums repotted, and we have alocasia repotted, and the peperomia repotted. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a thorough water and place them back in the greenhouse cabinet. I am gonna use the prop drops in the watering so it can sit in some nutrients to help with the adjustment of the new pots. But however, I wanna thank everybody for watching today's video. Please like and comment and subscribe. Let me know what your favorite plant is, and I will update you on how the adjustment is. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.